Konnichiwa, good afternoon, and as always, welcome to my new video. Today's video is about quite weird thing that I found out how to cook like recently, and with that is really cool, it's really funny to play with, it's really tasty to eat, and it's completely healthy. So it depends on you. You can make it healthy, you can make it not healthy, and anyways, it's tasty, it's cool, it's fine, and I got addicted to it like really easily. So yeah, today's video is about making your own personal army of gummy bears. Yeah! And also it's about comparing two types of thickeners. The one is gelatin and the second one is agar. So, and today I have a lot of stuff prepared for all these things, so I'm going to show you how to cook it and then we'll see how this army of gummy bears looks like. So let's get it started! So now for the ingredients we're going to use today, here is 3 types of juices. Actually it's 5 types of juices because those ones are bought from the supermarket and these one are freshly juiced. So the first one is orange, the second one is lemon with a bit of water to make it a bit less sour than it is really, and the third one is grapefruit. So this one is pomegranate juice, no sugar, no additives. This one is apple juice, no sugar, no additives. It's actually cleaned out, so if you make a fresh apple juice it will look like worse if you care about the appearance. One more juice, and this is about, of course, the molds for our bears. Yeah, it looks like that. I bought it from the AliExpress, so you can buy it everywhere you care, everywhere you want. But make sure you buy the special thing to pour your jelly in there, because if you don't, it will get extremely uncomfortable to do that. So I will have to handle these, but yeah, I'm already sorry I didn't buy a special thing with it. And of course for the thickeners, it's about gelatin and agar. These juices are 100 milliliters each, I measured it. And you need the whole pack of this kind of gelatin. It's about 10 grams of gelatin, so you need this whole pack for this amount of juice. And when it comes to agar, you need like the half of this pack. And so for the rest, it's vanilla. You can use vanilla extract, and my favorite sweetener, stevia. You can use sugar, but I wouldn't recommend using sugar because this is sugar-free gummy bears. If you want to use sugar, you need to use like twice as much as you add the sweetener, so it's like even more than that, so you need to taste your juice before you do that. So now let's get it cooked. So let's start from the simple ones. It's about orange juice. So I kind of want to add a little bit of vitamin C with water in here, just a little bit, not to overdose it. To make sure it tastes a little bit more interesting, a little bit more sour. So it's kind of, because it's really sweet and I don't like its sweetness that much. So now we pour it in here. So now for the sweetener, because you need to make sure it tastes well. So I recommend adding the sweetener or sugar the first off, because when you add sugar or sweetener at the beginning, you can still change your taste and you can add more or you can add less, and you can double your quantity and add just more gelatin in the end, so it kind of doesn't let you spoil anything. So now for the vanilla, I tend to use like half of this juice. It's about 1 gram of pure vanilla, and I tend to use just like the half of this thing. And then finally for the gelatin. So as I already said, this package, like 10 grams, don't be afraid, it looks like it's a lot, but it's okay. It's totally fine. You need to kind of mix it a little bit, just like that. And after that, you need to boil it a little bit. So now you put it on your cooker. It doesn't need to be a lot of time that you do it. So you see that it kind of turns into the liquid, like the regular liquid, which is even. You don't want to boil it in any way, because gelatin doesn't need to be boiled because it gets extra squishy, it gets extra chewy, and it's not really tasty. And once you start seeing the bubbles in there, you hold it in there for like about just a couple of seconds. You see them in here? Yeah. So just a couple of seconds, not more than that, and then you just put it away. And now all you need to do is to pour this liquid into your molds. So I do it with my spoon, but I highly recommend you to order it with the special equipment. So this vlog is horrifying, and I highly recommend you to use special equipment for that. So now that this mold is done, so we have 50 little squishy gummy bears ready from 100 milliliters of orange juice. And now you need to put it in your fridge, in the freezer, specifically for like 15 minutes or something like that. And now we're going to make the same stuff with using agar. So I'm gonna use here the pomegranate juice and these types of molds, just to show you in the end how they differ from each other. So agar and gelatin, how the structure differ from each other and stuff. So just repeat everything we've done the first time. There is one point that you should do with agar though, that you should not do with gelatin. So agar is this kind of thing that you need to boil actually. So you need to put it on your cooker, of course, and then wait a lot of time till it's actually going to boil. And then when it starts like bubbling and boiling, you need to hold it in there for like 5 minutes or something like that. So now you need to pour it inside of the prepared molds. And now you need to put those in the fridge once again. There is a thing with agar, you do not actually have to put it into the freezer. After like 20 minutes, it will be completely ready in the fridge. It kind of holds its structure and form in different temperatures, like warm temperatures, like cool temperatures and stuff, but gelatin is melting, so you need to know about that, because once I put my gummy bears into like my room and I wanted to take them out with me the next day, and they all melted away, so, and I needed to make new gummy bears. So let's just put it in the fridge and wait for a little bit. And now we're going to repeat the same thing with the same juice, but with gelatin. So our orange gummy bears are already done. Now all you are going to do is to just put it out of there. So look how they look like. They're little, they're squishy, they're like ready to live the whole life, and they're also like playable. That's funny, that's funny. I like to do that. I will admit it, I like to do that all the time. So now that our orange gummy bears are done, there might be somewhere they're uneven, but you can easily fix this by ripping off the parts that you don't want to see or something like that, if you care about their appearance once again. So They're cool, they're playable, they're eatable, they're really tasty. I just tasted one. All I'm going to do next is to repeat the same whole actions with other juices I have left. So I will get back to you as soon as I do it, as soon as I finish, and we'll see the result. So this is basically how they all look like. These ones are apple gummy bears with gelatin. These ones are pomegranate gummy bears with gelatin. A bit more soft because I added less gelatin in there. You can experiment with your gelatin as well. These ones are orange gummy bears, once again gelatin, and these ones even like banana ones with milk and vanilla. You can experiment once again with the taste, with additives, with amount of gelatin or agar, so you can make your own personal ones. So these ones in here are the grapefruit gummy bears. So these ones are extremely soft because I added like so not a lot of gelatin in them, so they're so like soft, they're kind of dying inside of my arms, so I need to put it down. And you actually have to store it in your fridge because they will die eventually. So these ones are with lemons and they kind of see-through. They don't have like its own color, they're just see-through. And they're kind of dying inside of my arms because my arm is really warm. So I'm going to put it back in there. So these ones are also with apples, but I made it ones are with gelatin once again, and ones are with agar, so you can see the difference between them. The juice is completely similar, but I used different thickeners in them, so they became really different. So this one is squishy, you can like kind of make him bounce or something like that, and this one is not squishy at all, so it's just like, yeah, you can see that I can't squish him. And he's not really a gummy bear then, but who knows, you can break him and you can see, oh, this one is thick, yeah. And you can see what's inside of them. And one more point that I wanted to share, this is what I was talking about, like pomegranate juice and two types of thickeners. So this one is gelatin, don't you mind about this white thing in here, it's just bubbles. This one is gelatin and this one is agar. So you can see, once again, this is squishy, you can do anything you want with it. This one is not, so you can only break it. So that's what I'm going to do now. So look how agar is being braked, so yeah. So you can see how it looks like inside, and when you eat it, it kind of tastes like the regular, not jelly, but the regular candy. And it's also vegan, so when you don't want to eat the gelatin, yeah, you can eat agar. So, and look how the gelatin, gelatin jelly is going to break. So this is like, you need to, yeah, here it goes. So you see how like it looks like in the inside, it looks like a perfect jelly. When you eat it, it's kind of a nice feeling because you feel the juice, you feel all the taste in there. This is squishable, everything, and I personally prefer the gelatin ones because, I don't know, they look they look exactly like the regular jelly. And the agar ones, they look not exactly like jelly, but they still look fine though. So if you prefer ones with agar, use agar. If you prefer ones with gelatin, use gelatin. This is completely fine to use. So that was my personal army of gummy bears tutorial for you. So leave the comments, likes, dislikes, and all the stuff like that, and put a thumbs up if you're ready for these bears to conquer the world, because tell you what, they are hella ready. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked that. Let me know if you did some of those and if they went well and everything was fine. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked that. See you now and see you really soon. And me with those gummy bears are going to do some really bad stuff, I guess.